Okay, fine. So just now we have the product. Okay, so product as a model, and we are using the same with the properties for the input text. Now let us see whether it's working. Okay, that's working here, right? Now let's try updating testing product and 500 5000. Okay, document got updated successfully. The location is not defined because probably we didn't added that location service, injected that location service right here, correct? Now let's try one more time. The our document was updated, the product was updated, testing product. Now let's make that something cool. What we can have from Amazon? Yeah, I'll have t-shirt. Yeah, worth 2000. Yeah. Submit. Okay, so t-shirt is got added. Now we can do all, we can add new product, let's say. Yeah, tell me. Yeah, jeans for Ajay. The price, oh my god, price 4500. Enjoy your jeans. Okay. Yeah, let's change that. That doesn't look good for Ajay. He's saying he got more budget. Let's make it 5000. Okay. Now he changed his mind. He don't want jeans. Instead of that, he would like to have perfume to impress the people around her. Right? Yeah. Okay, so till now we are good, and we can do add, edit, delete all CRUD operations with AngularJS as a client side, as a client scripting, and the Node.js along with the MongoDB as a server side for the API. So here we never talked about this. Like Node, for Node.js, it's not always mandatory to have the AngularJS or the client side like this. Okay, we can use template, the rendering template engines that we can use. Like let's suppose there are EJS template engine, then there is Handlebars is there, then Mustache is there. There are many more templating engines that we can use for displaying the HTML from node itself. So we will take data from database and we'll pass that data to the handlebars, and that will render the data along with the HTML, correct? So for handlebars, the code is pretty similar to the AngularJS. How to use handlebars, how to use handlebars in Node.js? Let's try it. Okay. Okay. So right here, yeah, this page is so heavy. Okay. Okay. What are you doing, man? Okay, so for that, what we will need, he's telling all about the handlebars. You can learn that things, like how to use handlebar and how to display the dynamic data. Okay, So let's suppose you are passing title and body as a data to the handlebar. You can print that the same way we are printing for AngularJS, and this will be the data that will pass to the handlebar, and that will render like this. This title will be displayed here and the body right here using this template, correct? So for iterations you can use something like this. This will be your template, that is saying the curly braces, then hash each languages, and for each language at the rate index dot this. So that will print, if you pass this data the languages as an array, and if you pass this it is going to print in this way. So there are many more things that we can learn about handlebars or the EJS template. We just wanted to see how it works with the Node.js so that you can easily compile. But he is all telling about handlebars. He is not talking about how to integrate that handlebars with the Node.js. Let's build quickly the application using handlebar. Is that fine? Yeah. So for handlebars in Node.js, we are having that as a package. That package or that module we can make that require in our file, and we can make use of that. What he is saying, what this package, how it works, that we need to provide the source. Okay, this source could be your file or the direct HTML that you compile with the handlebars. Okay, that creates the template. Then while rendering that template you do like this, the data, you are saving this data, and you then pass that data to the template. Okay, and that will give you the result. Okay, so this is pretty easy. You can try by your right. How to, let's see how to render handlebars templates in Node.js. Okay, so here we are not rendering, we are not displaying, we are having that result in a variable, but how to display that, correct? Yeah. So yes, here is the handlebar complete example that we can try. Hope so it's complete. Okay, this is what they have did here. Yeah. Okay, let's copy this code. They are having views right here. Oh my god, they are having lots of views. Okay, there is download option. Yeah, sorry, we are working on this feature, it's not running. Okay, no problem. What they have written, will start new project. Okay, we'll call it as the handlebars app. Okay, so basically this app will be the completely the node app, correct? Let's stop our server by Control C. Let's get into handlebars app, npm init. Oh, it's saying handlebars app. Okay, let it be default everything. Okay, so package.json got created in our application. Let me drag our application right here inside of, come on, okay, and let's just create new file. We'll save that file as a server.js. Let's copy the content of this file, paste it. What they are adding this express 3 handlebars. So this module might be required for rendering the template using express, the handlebar templates using express, right? So, and for app we are saying that my app.set view engine. So for express app we are saying that our rendering engine is going to be HBS, that is handlebar, okay, handlebars basically. And this might be some, yeah, extension name that will be the HBS. So all our templates will be saved with the extension HBS, okay. And the default layout will be the main.hbs. So app.get, when there will be, this is our default route, we can say. At that time we are going to render the index handlebar template, okay. Let's just copy, and this is simple. This, no, we don't want complex right now. We don't want loop, we don't want logic, we don't want nothing right now. App.listen on 80, okay. Instead of 80, let's make that 8080 because we are using that, okay. Now we need to copy those views. In views, why I just can't copy that. Handlebars app, there is views, right? And inside of views there is simple and main. Where is that main? The default, they probably, yeah, this is main, so this is like parent, correct. So right here we'll add directly, okay. So this is our main dot hbs, right? Use hbs, and then let's make copy of that. That will be simple.hbs. Let's make copy of that. That will be index.hbs. Now let's put the content of index. Yeah, in index there is nothing. In index, yeah, it's nothing. And in simple they are having, okay. So let's see. Now we want to copy their content of package.json because we want all dependencies to be installed, right? They are not having dependencies, only they are having the node version dependencies as the express star, we don't know. Okay, let's just forget about that. We'll check with the errors, right? Okay, let's do node mon server.js, and Yeah, it's giving error. We don't have Express. Now let's install that. npm install Express save. Let's save that in package.json. Okay. Now let's try one more time. We should have error. Yeah. npm install hyphen save. Maybe we should be good right now. Yeah. Okay. So node mon server.js. Let's run this. Okay. We don't have any console on listen, right? Uh, let's that should be on the callback. How we define that callback? I so like this and this and this and this. Okay. So server is not defined. They don't have server. Will hard code that value like 8080. We know. Okay. Our server is running, right? And it's running on 8080. For no URL, it should render this index. Okay, let's see how it looks. So here is our localhost 8080 slash no such file views layouts main dot, because layouts we don't have that folder, and that has to be in the folder of layout. That's why we messed up. Correct. So make, yeah, move that layouts, and it has to be right here. No, what happened? I guess MacBook is got tired. Right. Yeah, let's just make copy and delete. Okay, so let's save and let's see. Yeah, it got restarted. Now refresh. Yeah. Okay, so this, let's now investigate how this is working. Okay, I don't want to save this because we moved that file. Now how it is running, the server.js. Okay, in server.js what we are trying to do, we said to the Express that HBS is going to be our render engine and default layout is going to be main.hbs. Let's see what's is there in main.hbs. It is just a simple HTML, right? And with the this data as some value. Okay, the some value is the variable, as well as the body. Why they added that in triple curly, we don't know. Let's see the some value for index. We are not going to pass anything, so there is nothing, right? And as well as in, right? So let's say if I go to this URL in simple, before render, what they are doing, they created this data object. Inside of that they are having the property name, and they are passing this data for this template, the simple template. What it is, that template we are going to use, and they printed something like here. They are having this name got printed here. Okay, and they're explaining how it is working and something like that. So slash simple. Okay, so the example, okay, this was the content of that simple template. It started from the example, right? So it got added maybe right here. Okay, let's just try. End of my main HBS template. Okay, let's make this like here. BR. Okay, yes. So that means if it is a layout and the body will be the container for other views that we are going to load, correct? Correct. So this is pretty simple. Whatever will be the my route, let's create another route, and in that route let's pass the customers. We are having the customers somewhere. We wrote those customers, right? In which example we did that? In HTTP service, I guess. Yeah, employee JSON. We are having this right here. Let's copy this, and this is not going to look good. Let's make this as employees, and let's make this as like this. Okay, this is my data. Okay, and my template is going to be the employees template, and I'll make copy of this as employees. Okay, now let's just get rid of this, and we want HR right here, not our HR. And okay, so here I want to show the table. Let's just copy that table from here. It's giving problem. Yes. Okay, so the list of tables, and close that. Okay, and right here for repeat, how they have given the handlebars website. This can be the good source, correct? For repeat, where is that? Yeah, repeat, or each. Yeah, so what they do, so we want this tr to be like this, and they end that each, correct? Let's remove this from here, and they are just printing the value for each comment, and they are passing the data. They didn't show how they are passing the data. We need to try that. Let's assume that will be available. Get, okay, and that will be our employees. Okay, let's see whether it works. Okay, so this is my, our route is employees. We don't got any of that. It's not working, man. We are passing data somehow differently. how to use each in handlebars template. Okay, array of objects. That's not the simple array, it's array of objects. So this will be each
must be closed.
we are closing each array of this. Yes, they are having this as a data, they are passing, and this, okay, they're having the category. Okay, no, the category they're using this, and they're not writing. Okay, how they're passing this data, I don't know. This is JavaScript basically. So no, this is not going to work. Let's just
Data.
oh, we are directly passing data, correct? So it's not like that. If we do something like this, and if we do something like this, I think employees, now it should work. It got broken, crashed. Mm-hmm. No, like before that, let's do something like this right here, and copy this right here. Okay. Let's make this as different. This is confusing everywhere, like employees, you in URL, then template, everything is in. So this is the records. Okay, our app is running, we got. Cool. So let's just change this. We don't want this, the URLs. Yeah, this is simple variable display, and this will be the employees, right? And that will be our the list of employees using each. Okay, we don't want this sum value. What is this sum value? Simple. Okay, and these are the handlebars example using this. Let's make that h2, and let's have that HR right here. Let's this, and in simple also they have written this simple right here. Still it's working, man. Is it working? Okay, so this should not be here, right? So this is basically the container. Okay, the data that was passed to the render is data is equal to name gorilla, and we can display the value of name using this, which results in gorilla. So they actually did all this in template, and the list of employees we got. Perfect. Where is that examples title? Let's have this title right here, correct? That makes more sense. Make that little fancy. Color hash blah 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 blah. Yeah. Okay. So handlebars, we are done. We made lots of progress. Now we can do mean stack applications with AngularJS as a front end, right? The Node.js for the APIs and with the MongoDB as database. Also, if you don't want to use any, like if you don't want to use Node.js as a standalone API, you want to create the application completely in Handlebars, you can do that. Sorry, in Node.js, you can completely develop your application, any application in Node.js itself. You can use this kind of template rendering engines like Handlebars or EJS or uh, there are many more. Mustache is there, then
You can
Jade is there.
you can
Yeah.
do is bootstrap with this.
Yeah, there is no problem while using the bootstrap. We can use right away like index.js angular app. You can use jQuery, you can use bootstrap, everything because there is no angular here.
Yes.
That will be simple like you are doing in PHP.
Yes.
This will be your templates and directly you are passing data to the templates. The same way we do with the MVC PHP, we take data from database, we pass it to the views, and views renders the HTML. The same thing happens here. Also, you might you will find the packages for different things like maintaining the cookies or the sessions or for everything, right? So you can develop complete application in Node.js itself. Correct. Let's just make this as even it will work, right? Because we don't have this bootstrap right here copied. We'll find the CDN for bootstrap CDN. Okay, and let's add that. Reload. Yes, it's working. For employees table, let's add few classes. Like class is equal to table sorry, table bordered, then table over, right? Yeah. Okay, we can use this, and also we can have the good layout the same way we did last time. First of all, the container, right? Then what's there? The row, div class row. Then there will be the column
Yes.
div, maybe smd whatever. Okay, and let's put this entire thing inside of right here. Make this quite clean. Okay, and let's add few properties. Background hash f2 f2 f2, then padding 15 px, and the uh, margin top as 15 px. Yeah, margin top it didn't we What we missed?
Semicolon. I think
Yeah, it's there. Yeah. Yes. So simple and the default one. Okay. So yes, thank you very much, and we'll conclude for today right here. We have seen many things today, right? Thank you so much.